The English Defence League marching in Birmingham in response to the Westminster terror attack, a sign of the social tensions fueled by the high number of those crossing the border. Evidence suggests that in recent years, people's views on immigration have become harder. 3/4 of the British public would like numbers of migrants to be reduced. This also applies to refugees, who are among the least liked type of immigrants.
A migrant that's coming here to work, that's coming here to provide for themselves and create a better life, I have no problem with. It's the people that are using the system and claiming asylum, claiming refugee status without being in fear of these sort of issues. That's the problem.
We've got so many families awaiting housing, but yet the asylum seekers are prioritised.
Housing is allocated on a point system with very specific criteria that disregard people's nationalities.
Any government will put those needs of their own citizens first, and that's right to do so. But I also think that the UK does have a moral and legal duty towards helping refugees in other countries. So I do hope that the UK is a country that can do both.
5 million people currently living in Britain were born somewhere else. Of these, 3.5 come from the EU. But unlike the public's perception, refugees are just over 100,000, making up for only 0.18% of the UK population.
The most uninformed people do not distinguish between different categories of foreigner. You know, the 2 or 3 million people who've come here from the EU and a very, very small number of refugees. And they lump everyone together, and so that they're kind of general, they have a general hostility and suspicion and fear of foreigners.
They decided that I should leave.
Anas comes from Syria. Soon after he moved to the UK, he used to go to schools to educate children about refugees.
A lot of them didn't know anything about refugees. They didn't know anything about Syrians. They thought that we are just people who are here to take the resources of the country.
No one knows when the refugee crisis will finish, but until then, Europe remains the lifeline of millions of people that hope to be accepted and welcomed in their new home.